Good afternoon. Thank you so much for coming and making tiaras with us virtually. I am here to show you what's in the kit and how to make a tiara, and a couple of techniques that will help you make these for yourself. So, each person will get our lovely Moonlight Makes tiara kit. In this kit, they're going to find a few things. Number one, you're going to find some wire. Number two, everybody's got a metal headband. And the most fun part, we have all kinds of super fun beads. Now, when you're doing tiaras, we are going to take our wires and wire the beads in kind of a flower pattern so that they can become a part of the tiara thing. So each bead packet is slightly different. This one has crystals, but a few of them have more faceted crystals. So each one are slightly different, but they've all got kind of the under the sea theme, with pearls and jewels and all kinds of fun stuff. So what you're going to want to do when you start out is kind of laying out your ideas. The ones, or the largest stones, you're definitely going to want in the middle, and then they'll kind of go out. What I've really liked to do is take the large 3 stones and wire them separately. So you're connected all of the small wires into kind of a bunch. So you can undo that, take them apart, and pull out the wire. And I'll show you how to do a couple of things, because you really get to be kind of creative with this, this color scheme being all the same. So everything should more or less match, but you should have very different kinds of tiaras if you want. So what you're gonna do to get the large crystals up is you're gonna take the thread, no, not the thread, the wire it through just like threading a needle, and then you're gonna bend the wire around, and you're gonna kind of want to make it secure. And once you're feeling really, really good about that, you'll twist it. Give it a nice twist. See how I'm doing that? And you'll take it and you're just going to kind of wrap it around this lovely wire headband until it just feels really safe and secure. So you can do it a couple of different ways. You can either leave the 2 bands separate, or you can kind of close them together. I like sort of a hybrid in that I kind of keep the bands open as I'm wrapping, and then stick the wire usually through it once or twice. So let me do this crystal real quick. And then to make it super, super secure, after I've wired it to the thing, I like to wrap it around, and then just basically wrap it until you run out of wire. And that provides a really fun little kind of centerpiece to your tiara. You can also wrap it underneath the crystal as well as around the crystal. So here is the first piece that's all done. See? Woohoo! Alright, now the next part is actually super fun, and the reason is because you can use this particular technique to wire wrap kind of any sort of flower. So if you wanted to make, in the future, if we got, say, I don't know, a snow in May, like happened last week, that killed all of the flowers, and you really wanted to give somebody a bouquet of flowers, but you had some wire and some beads, this'll be helpful to you. It also means that we can add them to the tiaras as we go. Or you could add them to like a hair tie or whatever you're looking to fancy up. So I'm going to come back to our little bead thing, and I'm going to choose a couple of beads that I think are rocking my world. I like to do kind of some symmetry, so I'll choose like 1 large bead and a couple of small beads, but the couple of small beads are going to be the same. So as I'm looking through here, we've included in all of your little bead packs a little charm. Some of you have starfish, some of you have seahorses, but there's a charm in there and there's a whole bunch of beads. And my favorite beads that I'm super excited about are both the pearls and these cute teal little faceted things. So, in my super happy land, I'm going to move this over there, maybe so that you can see it, but that it's not in the way. I'm going to take a couple of these teal faceted ones. I'm going to take my starfish, and I'm going to take, I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, I'm going to take 3 pearls, and that's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to make my little flower / decoration from these particular beads. Everything else can go into the pile. So I'm going to take my wire, and I'm going to start with the one that I want to be in the dead center. And for me, that's going to be my starfish. So I will loop the wire into the starfish, and I'm going to bring it down, and I'm going to twist. So all I have is a starfish and 2 wires. And I'm going to twist this so that I have a little stem. Happy stem starfish. And then I'm going to bring one side out, and I am going to start with a pearl. And I'm going to put the pearl through my little loopy loop. Does this make sense? And then I'm going to bend the wire around that loop-de-loop so that it looks just like this. Now I'm going to take that and I'm going to twist it. So now I have a starfish and I have a pearl. Now I'm going to twist the 2 wires together to make a little bit more of a stem, and then I'm going to take another one on the outside. I really, really dig these little teal things, so I'm going to loop a teal wire through. And this one I want a little bit shorter because I think that's cute. And then I'm bending the wire. See how that goes? And I'm going to twist just like I did before. If you have a pair of needle nose pliers, this goes a little bit easier, but I don't today. And so now I have and then I'm going to twist. So right now I have these 2. I have one dangly thing because I think that's just super fun. And I have the other one, and I'm going to twist it a little bit more to make this fairly solid. So now we've got these 2. And I'm going to add another one onto this side, so that we've got all sorts of lovely teal sparklies. And because I think I'd like this to be a little bit farther out, I'm going to bend it farther than I did the first one. Because in my imaginary sea creature land, things are kind of asymmetrical, but sort of symmetrical. Like in nature, crafty things are okay to be imperfect, and that kind of makes them extra special. So then I'm going to twist my wire so that I've got a little twisty deal. And now I have this tree looking thing, and I'm going to twist the stems together. And as I'm admiring my work, I am thinking that I may actually go for only 4 beads along the edge as opposed to 3. So I add, 2 pearls as opposed to 3. But we'll see. So here's the next one. Bend my loop again. Twist the bead so that I have the little stemmy stem. And then twist the major stem together. So notice there are times that it gets all wonky. We can make it more or less wonky. The beautiful thing about wire wrapping is it's super forgiving, and if you don't like something, you can totally adjust it, which is kind of what I'm doing to make it in the shape that I like. So here's a shape that I think is kind of pretty. And now that I'm done, I'm going to attach this back to my tiara, and I'm just going to wrap the stem all the way around to make it secure. Now you've got, so you notice I'm bringing it all the way around so that there is no extra stems that will stab me in the head, because nobody likes a princess that is grumpy because they've been stabbed to death. So now I have this tiara, and it's only a little bit done, but to make it even more awesome, I would add more of these little dealy hoopers. I will add some more crystals. And by the time I'm done, I will have this gorgeous under the sea tiara that is almost really dressy and almost not. So you can almost wear this to the office. I would wear this to the office. Of course, I work at a greenhouse and nobody sees me. But I wanted to thank everybody for joining me on this lovely afternoon with tiaras. And I wanted to thank you for being a part of Moonlight Makes. We really, really love having you. And we will see you next week, or next month, where we decorate cookies. And it should be super, super awesome. And this is Michelle signing off.